Hey guys, Zach here. After watching our video Hanging with Hailey this week, I had quite a few thoughts on the subject. I think it was very interesting to get to see kind of an actual scenario playing out between social worker and client. I know this week's assignment is discussing about how Emily built rapport with Hailey. And I think that she started out in a good way. She just kind of lets her know who she is and what her job is, and then just goes into just kind of more small talk, asking questions. And you can tell from the beginning and actually throughout the whole video, Emily kind of guides the conversation where she wants it to go. But at the same time, with trying to let Hailey take the reins a little bit, just kind of pushing her in the direction that she wanted them to go and to talk about. And I think she tried to build rapport throughout the entire interaction and the whole conversation, with the small talk at the beginning and talking about, going home and getting on Facebook. I think that was a good move and a good thing to say, because it kind of automatically gives like a connection, something that they have in common or a similarity that they both like to, scroll on Facebook in their downtime and stuff like that. And then she just keeps a very like nonchalant like attitude throughout the whole thing, to where she guides where she wants to go, and she asks certain questions that may be difficult for Hailey. But if Hailey doesn't respond to them or says that she'd rather not talk about it, Emily's just like, that's cool. That's cool. If you ever want to talk about it later, if you want to bring it up again, that's cool. Just whenever. And I think that kind of laid back approach is a really good way to build rapport with a client. She also allowed Hailey to see that she is there to help too, instead of just talk, with her recommendations of helping her find a job and resources like that she has that she can use to help her with if Hailey would prefer her to, as well as maybe suggesting activities and things to do to try to help meet new people and make new friends. Also with suggesting activities or maybe a possible meeting with her mother to try to work out like maybe some family time and stuff like that. I think that that's a good way to show that you care and that you're there to help, but while also maintaining the feeling that you're really there just to listen and talk to her as well. I personally wouldn't have suggested bringing her friends into the therapy session. And the reason being is I've kind of been in a similar position as that before in the past. And I think that the last thing personally that I would want to do is to bring in my friends to my therapy session. It just seems a little frightening to me, but that's just my personal opinion. But I really like the laid back approach where she asked the questions, she guided the conversation, but also letting Hailey feel like she was sort of in control with her answers. And if she didn't want to answer something, that's cool. We'll talk about it later. So very interesting, and I really enjoyed the video. I can't wait to hear from you guys.